Tapos vlog pa ako. Record pala. Hey guys, welcome to our blog. Educated vlog number 1, improper waste disposal in the Philippines. You might wonder, hey Yori, what improper waste disposal out of all topics you can discuss? Well, especially since during this pandemic or quarantine, all of our attention are diverted at the impacts of the virus itself. We have been ignoring other environmental problems in the Philippines, and that is one I'm gonna explain: improper waste disposal. To start off, what is improper waste disposal? Simple really. Improper waste disposal means disposal of waste that has a negative consequences to the environment itself. Examples include littering, hazardous waste, or unrecycled materials. This is all dumped into nearby lands. But you might ask, hey Yori, how is this relevant to the Philippines? Well, it is part of history that improper waste disposal is one of the biggest environmental issues in the Philippines. An example is the Pasig River. Back then, it used to be called a paradise by its beauty of the fluidity of the water. But now, it is filled with garbage and filth. What happened? The answer is improper waste disposal. Now I'm gonna have some guests to help me expand the topic about improper waste disposal. They are Mr. Reyes, Mr. Velasco, Mr. Rocamora, Mr. Ortiz, and Mr. Catalina. Now editor, transition, flip, roll.
Hello, I'm Justin Reyes, and I'm going to explain the background information about improper waste disposal in the Philippines. From the recent years, the Philippines is the third largest generator of solid waste per year among Southeast Asian countries, with only Thailand and Indonesia producing more. Also, according to a report by the Senate Economic Planning Office, or SEPO, the country's waste generation steadily increased from 37,427.46 tons per day in 2012 to 40,087.45 tons in 2016. Meanwhile, solid waste produced by Philippine cities are expected to increase by 165% to 77,776 tons by 2025. This is by means of both urban and rural areas. You might wonder, what does this all signify? The answer is patterns, or a sequence by mathematical terms.
That was a wonderful background information about improper waste disposal. Now we'll hear mathematical application or computation about these kinds of statistics. Editor, transition please.
Hello, my name is Andrew Velasco and I will be explaining the mathematical computation part. Okay, so in the given statistics, it can be represented by the following problem. In 2012, the rate of the garbage waste is 37,427 tons per day in both urban and rural areas. In 2016, the rate is 40,087 tons per day in both urban and rural areas. So we need to find the garbage rate per day in 2013, 2014, and 2015, in which we will solve through computation. So, in this given computation that will be shown on screen, I have used the nth term, the arithmetic nth term. It is arithmetic because it has a common difference. It's an arithmetic sequence. So the formula for that is a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus the quantity of n minus 1 times t. So through that, we already know what a sub 1 is, which is 37,427. That is the rate of garbage day in 2012. The a sub n is 40,087.45 tons per day. That is the amount of garbage rate in 2016. So if we plug that all in, which will be shown here, our d will be 664.9975. So that is the common difference. So our nth term formula is a sub n is equal to 37,427.46 plus the quantity of n minus 1 times 664.9975. So if we plug that all in, and then we get a sub 2, which is 38,092 tons. That is the rate of garbage per day in the year 2013. A sub 3 is 38,802 tons. That is the rate per day in 2014, and last for 2015, it's 39,422. So, now that we have all this, what does it mean? So, as we can see, there's a clear trend going up. It increases by 664 per year, and this is like the rate of garbage per day. So, if we total that up per year, that is millions. That adds up to millions per year. So, from this mathematical mathematical computation, we can see that the rate of garbage does increase by the millions per year. So that clearly says that we don't have the proper garbage protocols, or we do not really segregate our garbage, or we do not have a proper garbage protocol program. So that's it.
That was a thorough and well-explained mathematical application. But what are the causes and effects of improper waste disposal? We'll find out. Oy, gising!
What's up? I'm Mr. Okumura. There are many causes of why there's so much improper waste disposal in the Philippines. The first reason is the perception of social cultural practices. One observation is the toxic mindset of Filipinos, which is, pag walang nakakita, hindi ko na yung problema. Which is waste. Where does it cause it? Well, it's the fact that most Filipinos throw their garbage anywhere as long as no people saw them do it, which is actually what improper waste disposal is. An example of it is when people throw their trashes near water source for convenience, which that can lead to pollution. But there is a counter to this problem, and it's God. God is always watching us. It is all according to our conscience if we do the right thing. Next to you, Ortiz.
Hi, I'm Brent, and here's the second reason the Republic Act 9002 is not being implemented correctly. So let's get back to what the Republic Act 9003 actually is. So this law was created for the sole purpose of implementing proper waste management here in all areas of the Philippines. So you might ask, if there is such a law regarding this issue, then why is improper waste management still being, well, seen in our country? That, my friend, can be answered by a man named Von Hernandez. Well, according to Mr. Hernandez, who is an environmental activist here in the Philippines, the Republic Act 9003 is a law that spells solution. The real problem here is the lack of implementation, because funds regarded to these programs are vulnerable to corruption, and many LGUs lack the political will to do so. Such atrocity can be seen in the work of 17 LGUs here in Metro Manila back in 2017, where they failed to implement the Republic Act 9003 efficiently. This in turn caused 45% of Metro Manila's waste to be improperly disposed of. That, my friend, is the reason why improper waste disposal is still present here in the Philippines. It's simply because not all LGUs implement this efficiently enough.
Hi there guys, Seppi here.
Now, if we have causes, then we also have the effects on this environment caused by improper waste disposal, which is why we must stop it accordingly. The main effect is pollution itself. The abundance of garbage that can be present in many areas caused by improper waste disposal can cause multiple types of pollution. First is water pollution from the result of garbage that are abundantly present in many water sources. An example of this are nearby lakes in informal settler areas. Second is air pollution, by means of the waste releasing harmful greenhouse gases that can cause climate change. And soil contamination, by means of hazardous waste that is dumped onto the ground, which can contaminate the nearby lands that can possibly affect organisms and people in local areas. You know, the sad thing here is, most of the time, often no measures are taken from these kinds of problems until it has become a notable threat, which is not right at all. For the closing remarks, back to you, Mr. Rogado.
Now to summarize all those previous points, improper waste disposal is very much evident in the Philippines because there's an increase in garbage dumps each year that passes. That shows that there's minimal following of the protocols regarding these programs of garbages. That's why there's an increase of garbages in both urban and rural areas, which is caused by the lack of practice by the people and the lack of implementations by the government itself. The main effect of improper waste disposal is pollution. Now, from what I can observe is that this is all under the jurisdiction of the government. So technically, a long-term solution would be as an improvement of an existing law, which is RA 9003. The government should execute a better and stricter implementations regarding proper waste management in all areas. Because from what I can see, It is all according to the LGUs if there is proper waste management in the specified area. Now you might think I might be blaming or all the blame is on the government. No. Well, the truth is, the blame is on all of us, every single one of us, from the corruption of the government officials and from the ignorance of normal civilians, which is us. Am I one of those people who is ignorant? Am I one of those people who contributes to these kinds of problems? Am I one of those people who throws garbages anywhere as long as people don't see me? Am I the true garbage? Relating to our title of this educational vlog, Garbage Who? Who is the true garbage? The waste itself or ourselves? That's why, in my opinion, the true resolution is from what I call individual ecological conversion, where we must care for the environment itself for the sake of the benefit of ourselves, everyone, and for the sake of our Creator. What I'm applying here is one of the concepts in Catholic social teachings, which is to take care of our common home. You know, we are created in the image and likeness of God. We are His creation, but so is our common home. Therefore, as people itself, we have the responsibility to take care of it, to take care of Mother Nature, to take care of the environment, to take care of the animals and plants within it. We have our home, we have our environment, we have all these resources to sustain ourselves, and yet we destroy this gift given to us and remain ignorant? For explanation, I'm gonna call my friend Valencia for the last part of the vlog.
Hello, Valencia here. Now guided by an encyclical by Pope Francis, which is laid out to see, he calls us to care for our own common home. Because destroying our own common home through means of pollution and climate change, caused by simple acts, like improper waste disposal, also means of destroying ourselves, because all our physical needs are found in our own common home. So if we destroy it, it will mean the extinction of humanity in the near future. So act up now and make a difference, and convert to individual ecological conversion. You might think that the difference you're going to make is insignificant to the world, but I tell you, I leave here a quote by Sister Teresa.
We ourselves feel that what we are doing is just a drop in the ocean, but the ocean would be less because of that missing drop. A quote by Mother Teresa. If you made it this far, thank you for listening. All I'm gonna say is like and subscribe for more quality and inspirational content. Thank you.